What is up? What is up? What is up, everyone? Hey, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me because I had to kind of do this a different way. Something was going on with my audio. Well, something was going on with my audio earlier. So let me know if y'all can hear me correctly. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, let me know if y'all can hear me first. Okay, y'all can hear me. Cool. All right, I'm let me play my music. Turn everything on. Give me just a second, y'all. This dang on trying to run these shows and do the audio is just crazy, y'all. It is crazy. But yeah, man, how y'all like the game tonight? How did y'all like the game? I see y'all been in here chatting it up. So man, I watched the game tonight, man. The game was great. It was a great game. I was a little disappointed in JSU because well, they played well. They played great. But hold on just a second, y'all. Coach Simmons is heartbreaking. He said heartbreaking. My whole family is from Mound and Magnolia. What y'all talking about? Great game. Free throws cost us. You know what cost us, though? What really cost Jackson State was Amisha got in foul trouble. If she hadn't had to sit down, they would have won that game. That's what really happened. I'm going to put the phone number up so y'all can call in. The phone lines are open as well. Y'all want to call in and talk about the game. But yeah, man. Crump played well. LSU pretty much gave JSU that game, but it was just at the end there. They just kind of got flustered. Amisha went out. She got in foul trouble. So they were able to play Jackson State differently because they didn't have to worry about her. And it just went downhill from there. Yeah, Jackson State needs another big that can score because to take the pressure off of Misha, they needed another big that could score. The other tall girl on Jackson State team, she's good with rebounding and being able to play defense, but she isn't a scorer. So she wasn't a scoring threat, so LSU didn't even have to play up on her like that. Yeah, free throws. Yeah, you're right. They missed a lot of free throws. They did. I was disappointed in Crump missing those free throws at the end of the game. She missed 2 in a row. I was like, come on now. Recruits. Yeah. Yeah, as long as JSU got some size. You know who I really like? I like Woodard. I like her athleticism. She got a lot of athleticism. And the point guards did good. They could have shot a little better. But man, JSU had that game. They had that game. It was a great game though. Went down to the wire. She was redshirted this year. Daphne White was a former 4-star center at Houston. She's our replacement next year. Okay. They had that game though, even though calls weren't great. Oh yeah, the refs, man. To me, okay, we got a call coming in. Hold on, y'all. What's going on, caller? You live?
Hey, this Coach Simmons here.
What you say?
Hey,
Oh, this Coach
Coach
Simmons.
Simmons, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I was watching the game. I saw Blue had mentioned what did Murphy tell Tamika in the handshake line?
You said what?
She told her Jackson State better pay her, right? Is that person that Tamika saw was Ashley Robinson? And Ashley Robinson said, we'll talk about your check when we get back in the office. She ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah. They better do whatever they can to keep her, man. Cause she turned that
She's gonna be
program.
the highest paid coach.
Yeah, and
This is?
she deserves it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All they needed was one more player, man. One big player, a big body in that post. They had this game, right?
Yeah,
It wasn't even close. And the thing I loved about it the most, man, they turned the game into an HBCU game. They brought the band to the stands.
mm-hmm.
Them boys had half the boom there, and everybody was still a 50-50 crowd.
Yeah.
So I want to know if Moki will man up next year and play Jackson State in Birmingham.
You said LSU. You talking about LSU, coach?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I want to see if they return the favor and play in Birmingham and play in Jackson next year.
They probably will.
They probably ain't.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the LSU people seeing the crowd that came, they see dollars. I said with them LSU people seeing the crowd that came, they see dollars. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to put on the game next year and make some money out of it.
Yeah, man. And the best thing about it is, it's a heartbreaking loss, man. But you know what? Everything was lining up for them. They held it in their palm of their hands, and now they know they can beat LSU.
Yeah.
They can beat these big schools. That's
Yeah.
the main thing. I watched the Howard game, and damn, that was 47-4 at halftime, man. That was not even good.
Yeah, you could tell they were outclassed Howard. But JSU, man, JSU girls got the athleticism, they got the skills, they got the talent, they can play with anybody. You know, they proved that today that they can play with anybody. They can play with any Power 5. I believe they can, they can hang with some of the top teams in the country. Because LSU is a very good team. That's what people fail to realize. They're a very good team. They can win it all, pretty much.
Well, I'm wondering, man, is Amisha a senior and Howard a senior?
I think Amisha's a senior, yeah. I think she's going to be gone.
What? Okay, well, the girl, the one that can dunk, well, she's not a senior, right?
You said the one that can dunk?
Yeah.
She's Woodard. That's Woodard. I don't think she's a senior. I may be wrong, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she's a senior, but man, I'm telling you, all she got to do is recruit another big. Once she gets some bigs, she need like 3 bigs that can score, that she can sub in and out. She can have 2 in at one time and then have one to, kind of go in when one gets tired. She need to have 2 bigs.
Well, she got one coming next year.
Yeah. Yeah, I know she got the 5-star girl.
USC?
Yeah.
She's coming next year. She was a number 37 ranked player in the country when she got out of high school. She's only a sophomore.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, are these Power 5 schools gonna be trying to come out to her though? Come out to Coach Reed, Cause she just put the world on notice. Like she just put the whole nation on notice of how good of a coach she is, how good of a team that she has. So a lot of Power 5 schools that's struggling, they're gonna be like, shoot, let's get her to come do what she did at Jackson State at our school.
Man, look, all that money that Deion made football season,
yeah,
ran some over to the basketball team.
Yeah, they don't want to lose her.
You see what the men doing too. The men recruiting the hell out of basketball right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you go, Buzz, and wanted to chime in, but they got to spend that money, man. They made over $30 million last year. $65 million was given from the government. They better use it.
Yeah. Yeah, but shout out to Jackson State girls, man. All right, appreciate the call.
No problem.
Yep. Yeah, y'all. Man, I was so mad and stressed watching that game, y'all. That's why I didn't even go live while the game was on. I was like, man, I ain't going live. I'm just going to sit here and watch it because I'm stressing out right now. But it was a great game. Props to Jackson State girls, man. They played a hell of a game. They showed the world that, that they're a very good basketball team. So I said, we almost had this game right. We should have had it. Like I said, I think if Amisha wouldn't have got in foul trouble, Jackson State would have won this game, even with them, getting flustered at the moment. Because they would have had to account for her. When she went out of the game, there was no post threat at that point. She should be making 500 to 700K a year. Oh yeah, they're gonna have to pay her, man. And I guarantee you, LSU might lose the next game. I bet you this, they're gonna stop seeding teams like Jackson State too low, because when you see the team like Jackson State that low and they give LSU a run for their money like that, next game LSU might not even be up to play that game. You know, I think they got to play Ohio State. They might be burnt out after this game. Great game. They got to be ready to play through those bad calls. I got a call coming in, y'all. Give me just a moment. What's going on, Collie Live?
Hey man, this is Chris Lucas.
Okay,
Hey man,
Chris, don't come over here hating, Chris. Don't start the hating. Don't even start it.
hey, there is no hating. There's no hating.
Okay, because
Well, first let me say this. Give me my props to Jackson State. Women's basketball team, because let's be real. That was a really good game against really.
Can you speak up a little bit for me, Chris?
Team. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Okay, but yeah, that was definitely a really good game, between Jackson State and LSU, and I really want to talk about first the crowd. That was an intense crowd, from start to finish. Let's be honest, JSU had the LSU crowd really scared. Oh my goodness, that was super intense, and this is for a women's basketball game.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, if it's like this for the women's basketball game, then Lord have mercy, brace yourself when we see Southern against LSU in September. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, girls basketball game is I like watching girls basketball in college. I don't know about the WNBA. The WNBA, to me, they don't know how to market their product. But for some reason, college basketball, women's college basketball, they know how to market it. And then it's exciting to me for some reason. It's an exciting game. I like watching women's basketball in college.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Now, I have a question for you, man. So we've seen Jackson State. They have proven that they can compete with anybody in the country. That's without a debate. I can look up each of the games that they play. We saw them compete very well today against LSU, very well against Ole Miss, Miami. You can name it. They can compete, but they just keep on falling a tad short. They're right there.
Yeah.
They obviously have the talent, but they just keep on falling short. That's been one of the main problems. And I'm not trying to knock on them, but it's still one of those things where it's when are they going to get over the hump? So
yeah, they just gotta learn how to close out those big games, because they did the same thing with Miami. Lost a close game like that. So they just gotta learn how to close it out, and that comes with experience. Them going through something like this is gonna help them in the future. When they play next year.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And now another thing, JSU's doing good, but if I were a JSU fan, I think I'll be a little scared about losing their coach, because if I'm one of these Power 5 coaches, and I'm seeing the coach doing all that, with all the stuff that she has on her plate with JSU, I'll be trying to take her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they are. They're gonna be trying to take her. I mean, I just hope that AD, he's pretty much on her. We don't know where her head is at, because her head could be at. She could be one or two things. She could be thinking, okay, I'm just trying to move up. I'm trying to move up to a Power 5 job. I'm trying to get more money. Or she can be like, okay, I'm trying to build something here at Jackson. She's from the area, so I want to build something powerful for my people in my community. So she could be thinking like that. So we don't know, But I couldn't blame her if she wanted to go for somewhere for more money. You can't knock somebody for that because we do that in the professional world all day. We go out and get better jobs and stuff like that, or have more higher and paying jobs. But I don't know where her head is at. I'm hoping that the AD can get her to stay, even if these Power 5 schools are coming for her, you know. But you just never know.
Yeah, I definitely get what you were saying as far as being like the hometown kind of girl. Like it's something like when you talk about Mo Williams a little bit, being like the hometown person. Like even though I'm still up in the air if he can really really do it, but I do understand being like that hometown person, it can create more excitement, getting those top recruits and getting over the hump with your program.
Yeah, she's gonna be all right. I mean, I have faith that she's gonna stay at Jackson State at least a few more years. I believe. I believe she wants to build something at a HBCU because think about this, man. If they almost made history today. Like no, I think they say 0 in 111. Like no 14 seed has been the third seed in women's college basketball. So she almost made history today. They were this close. They was on a few minutes close to making history. So I think that's something that she would like to do. So I don't see her
Yeah,
leaving.
oh yeah. I and the thing is I feel like the reason why we haven't seen a 14 seed beat a 3 seed like we've seen it quite a few times in men's basketball is
Mm-hmm.
because in women's basketball they don't do neutral sites. They do home like whoever's like top seed gets to host the game for the first couple rounds.
You know what I believe it
So I feel
is though? I believe we haven't seen it because most of the time those lower seed schools they don't have the bigs to compete with those top seeded schools because that's the only thing usually those lower seed teams are missing is those tall girls. They need some tall girls that can bang in the post with those big schools. See, Jackson State has a bunch of athletic tall women on their team. So that's why they can compete
Yeah.
with anybody because they have a lot of athletic women. They're long. They got long arms, long legs. They can jump with anybody. They can get rebounds with anybody. And they just needed one more big. If they had one more big to kind of get LSU center, kind of get her out the way a little bit, they would have been fine.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Do you know who all is coming back for next year? Is JSU losing anybody going into next season?
I think they're losing 2 or 3 players. I know they're losing Amisha. She's probably gonna go to the WNBA, and I think they're losing a couple more girls.
Okay, but shoot, either way, they're definitely going to it's going to be a while before JSU is off the boat with controlling the swag. So we already know they're going to be the top dog there. It's going to be a while before anybody catches up to them. I just don't see anybody catching up to JSU. But as far as the NCAA itself that's why I was wondering if there was losing a lot of people. But it sounds like they're going to bring a good portion back. But I'm just one of those guys. I'm just ready for that next level. Because they competed very well. They definitely shown that they can hang with anybody in the country. But it's just that little extra 10%. That is just gotta find in order to get over the hump. But I'm not
Okay.
gonna I'm gonna let you go, man. But I
Okay.
appreciate the call.
I appreciate the call.
All right, see you,
All
man.
right. All right. Thank you. All right. I got Mr. Ford on the line. I know Mr. Ford got a lot to talk about. Hold on, y'all, just a second. What's going on, Mr. Ford?
Hey, how you doing? Been missing you, man. I missed. I think the last time you on, I missed it.
Oh, okay.
I hate I missed it. Listen, kudos. This was like a Final Four game.
Mm-hmm.
Could have went either way. I think you've hit it on the head. The missed free throws hurt us. I thought that their guard play in the last 5 minutes was better than Jackson State's guard play.
Yep.
Okay, but what I want to talk about is something you and maybe 2 or 3 callers ago talked about, and this is what I want to say to you. It is incumbent upon President Hudson, Ashley Robinson as athletic director, Monday morning, they've got to go into negotiations with Coach Reed. The cat is out of the bag. You got to understand, I doubt if Coach Reed is making $150,000. She went up against a coach tonight who's making $3 million.
Wow.
Okay? She does not have a fraction of the money that coach at LSU has as far as running her program. Let me just let y'all in on something. I want y'all to listen to me very carefully. The godmother of college basketball is a lady at Rutgers by the name of Vivian Stringer. I'm telling you right now, there are calls being made. Hey, you listen, man. Terry Harris, let me say this to you, man. I see you saying all that stuff. I want you to know that that stuff that you're saying is effeminate. I hope you're a woman, because if you're a man, you got a serious problem.
Mr. Ford, don't worry about the comments. Don't worry about the comments, Mr. Ford. Just go ahead and talk.
Yeah. That's very feminine on your behalf, man. And the question I want to ask you: did you learn to be like that at UAB? You always bragging about you from UAB. Were you effeminate before you went to UAB, or did UAB make you effeminate? Okay, let me just go on. So there are calls being made right now to Vivian Stringer, who's at Rutgers. And what those ADs want to know, and like you said, it's Power 5 AD, they're going to ask, can Coach Reed fit into their culture? If she gives her the okay, if she says that, if she knows Tamika and gives her the okay, listen, in less than 2 years, Tamika's going to be gone. Because I'm going to tell you something. There are going to be millions put in front of her, baby. And she's going to have to make a decision. That's why I'm telling you now that President Hudson and Mr. Ashley Robinson, they've got to try to sit down with her and hammer out a long-term contract. If they don't, they're going to lose her. Because she showed you, here's a lady with a small fraction of a budget to what LSU has, and she should have beat them.
Yep.
She could have beat them. Okay? So if they want to keep Coach Reed, they better start working on it Monday morning. Because, baby, the whole world saw that tonight.
Yeah, they got to up her salary.
Final Four game. Huh?
I said they got to up her salary, give her a percentage of the ticket sales or something.
Yes.
Do whatever they can to keep her.
To a long-term contract.
Yeah.
You've got to sign her to at least a 4 or 5 year contract. If not, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, they're going to lose her. Everybody saw her, and like I said, I doubt if she's making $150,000. She went up against a lady who has won at least 2 national championships as a coach. She won national championships as an assistant, and she won 2 national championships as a player. Okay, so they got a decision to make come Monday morning. If they want to keep Coach Reed, they got to pay her and they have to extend her. If not, baby, it's so many people coming after her. It's not even funny. It's a lot of coaches going to come after her. Like I'm telling you now, right now, phone calls are being made to certain people, and one of them is Vivian Stringer, and they're trying to find out, can she be a coach at our school? Can she make us a winner? Can she fit into our culture? And if that lady says yes, I'm telling you now, y'all better enjoy these next year.
Yeah, because
she's going to be gone.
You had Ole Miss coach came out and said the same thing. Said that she's ready, like she's ready for a Power 5 job. You know, so you have these other coaches speaking on her, putting it out there.
Yeah.
So they definitely coming.
Listen, what you saw tonight, she's solid as a head coach. She has a solid staff. I watched them. She has a solid staff. They were right there. Listen, that was a point in the game. They thought they had knocked Jackson State out. they came roaring back. To me, that last 5 or 6 minutes, those missed free throws, and then the guard play. The guard play, the LSU guard play stepped up.
Yep.
And like you said, the big girl got into foul trouble.
Yeah.
Okay? But they proved that when you're talking about LSU girls basketball, you're talking about one of the top 10 programs in the nation. This is who you playing tonight. This is who you could have defeated. Okay? But I just want to say to that Harris guy, listen, man, that's what I call that crabs in the barrel mentality. You need to let it go, man. You say you went to UAB, you need to be better than that.
Hold on. Miss Gowdy, clap whoever that is. Naked HD, get him out. Go ahead and get him out of here. I don't know what that is.
Terry Harris. I've noticed, because I go back and study, and I've seen him too much, and he's always got something negative to say.
Miles, get on it, please. Go ahead, Mr. Ford.
Yeah. Listen, you know everybody's talking about this football, man. This is I just got to say this about I had a chance to go back and look at this University of Nevada where your offensive coordinator is coming from. I'm gonna say this, man. If Jackson State masters that offense that he is bringing in from Nevada, ain't nobody gonna stop them, man. We already know what the defense gonna bring. I ain't even worried about DT. You know, the biggest question mark is that offensive line, because I don't care what system you bring in, whether it's the veer, the wishbone, run and shoot. It's always the success starts with the offensive line. If that offensive line is dominant that they getting ready to put together in the spring, baby, I just don't see anybody being close to them.
Okay. I want to stay on basketball though, Mr. Ford, because we want to get them their flowers tonight. But the point guard Pointer, she did a thing tonight. I just had to tip my hat to her because I was like, she hit that big shot.
Listen, what I would do if I was Coach Reed, I would sign maybe 1 or 2 high school players, but I would go after Power 5 transfers.
Yep.
That's all I would go after, Power 5 transfers.
Yeah, because they got
already experienced with about at least 2 years of eligibility left. That's the difference right there I saw tonight. I didn't see just a whole lot of quality coming off that bench, but I would go after Power 5 transfer. Now, they got the big girl coming from Southern Cal. She was 6'5". She was a McDonald's All-American. She is she's going to be an impact player. But I would look with that game being shown all over the world tonight. Listen, you're gonna have girls coming in from everywhere that's gonna call her and let her know they would like to be a part of her program.
Yeah, and just seeing her on the court, how she interact with her players, how she talk to her players. She's a cool woman. Yeah, she has a cool personality. Like who wouldn't want to play for her?
She has a swag.
Yeah.
She's a swag. Like I said, okay. You talking about this lady going up against another coach who she had on the ropes. This lady's Kim Monk is making $3 million plus base salary. Okay? And then I'm telling you, those ADs were looking at that game, and they're going to be like either you said it or your caller said, they're going to be looking at, listen, can she come to our Power 5 school and have the same kind of success that she just had at Jackson State? I'm telling you now, phone calls are being made as we speak.
Okay, caller from Baton Rouge, I'm going to get you in just a moment. Go ahead, Mr. Ford.
Yeah.
Go ahead and close out, Mr. Ford. I got another call.
Monday morning, it is incumbent upon the president and the athletic director to sit down with her, give her an extension, and give her a raise. Not only a raise for her, but her entire staff. Because if they don't do this, they're going to lose her in less than a year.
Yep. Appreciate the call, Mr. Ford. I got another call on hold. I'm going to go ahead and get them in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, have a good night here.
All right,
okay.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Caller, you live. Talk to me.
How you doing? I just wanted, my name is Chuck B. I'm here in Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay.
I'm an SU man, but today, hey, we were pulling for you, Jackson State. I'm so proud of you. Man, that basketball team you have is incredible. And the coach, hats off to her. I hope you guys can keep this coach. I would love to see your athletic director, who is quite the uprising star himself. Make her offer she can't refuse. Name, image, likeness, assistant athletic director. I love to see what you guys are doing with her.
Give her whatever she wants.
Inspiration to us. Go ahead.
Give her whatever she wants. That's what they need to do.
Hey, I think that she knows what she represents the same way your football coach knows what he represents for HBCUs. And I think if she's approached in that manner, and she understands not just the impact today, but the potential historic impact her life will have, I think you guys can keep her, and I think you guys can build a living dynasty if you want it. But if I had to pitch that to her, I would say, you know what you look like to me right now? You look like a young Eddie Robinson. And I would ask her if his legacy and his impact upon college football and the NFL, if she thinks that she could have the same impact in women's basketball at the collegiate level and at the professional level. And I believe if you approach her in that way, Jackson State, man, being a Southern graduate, we're going to have to do something. I don't know what we're going to do. We got to play catch-up, y'all.
So, I think what it's going to take, they're going to have to give her, because we understand HBCUs don't have the budget to pay a coach what she would get at a Power 5. We understand that. So they're going to have to give her something to compensate for that. Whether that's she get a percentage of ticket sales or, something. They're going to have to give her something to really make her stay, because you're going to have these schools coming at her with $2 million salary deals and stuff like that. And, being from Jackson, Mississippi, a lot of professionals, we like the cost of living down there, we don't see that kind of money like that. So you going somewhere and you're able to see some money like that, it's going to be hard to turn that down. So they're going to really have to give her an offer she can't refuse.
I agree. But if we can work her into some Aflac commercials, if we can get her some name, image, and likeness corporate sponsors, I think you can hold her, because, again, I think she's a generational type of coach. She has that potential. And I don't want to see us, when Pete Richardson was winning down here, I heard this in the flesh from some LSU alum when they were having coaching problems, who said, we would love to have Pete Richardson. And boy, that set off some alarms. So yes, she's not just going to get Power 5. There are some schools in Mississippi who are going to try to, well, you know what they're going to try to do. But I believe if she's approached and if her potential is presented to her like I would, to be the Eddie Robinson of women's basketball at a HBCU in 2022, I think you have a chance, because I couldn't pass that up. If I was coaching badminton and someone told me that, I'd be like, really? I'd go for it, man. Well, I have to. But again, congratulations to Jackson State. You came up a little short, but that's the purpose of this tournament, is to build for the next year and next level of success. And I think you guys are well on your way to doing that. Yeah, I appreciate the call. You're welcome. All right, thank you. But yeah, they got to pay her, man. They got to give her something. And what I like about her, I like her swag. Like, I like the way she dressed. Like, she has a lot of personality about her. Like, when the camera's on the screen, when she's on the screen, you lock in on her, because she just has, something that makes you gravitate to her. So she's very marketable. So she could definitely get a lot of endorsements and stuff like that. I could see her in a lot of commercials and stuff like that too. So yeah, they got to do whatever they can do to keep her. Although he deserves more too, but they can pay her if they want it. The real, of course, she fine though. I got another call coming in, y'all. Give me just a moment. All right, call you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, bet. First off, I want to give my flowers to the Lady Tigers. Did a phenomenal job. You know, Congratulations on a great season. As far as the game, clearly they could have clearly won. All right, so they don't have nothing to hold their head about. I know Crump missed those free throws during the technical, and I think that's what lost the game. But
Yep.
I don't want her to hold her head down. She played a phenomenal game.
Yeah. She had been in a
But
moment like
I think
that.
like Mr. You said what?
I said she has never been in a moment like that. Like, that was probably the biggest moment
Yeah.
of her life. So she probably
Oh no.
was super nervous.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
I won't say that as a critical thing. I'm just saying like she don't need to hold her head down because of that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, she had a great game even with that, is what I was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of agree with one thing Mr. Ford said about the guard play, because I feel like that was the difference. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, Kayla Pointer, she just made a big shot. And, when you lose like that, I feel like you can live with that because, big players just making big plays. But, if Jackson State in that game had a better floor general when they was up 10 or even in the first half when they had some bad shot selection and sloppy play. And when I say floor general, somebody that can, settle them down, like, calm the pace down and, slow it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a way different game because I honestly feel Jackson State team-wise, just as an overall team, was better tonight.
Yeah.
But I just think they needed to settle down in a couple of moments. And the last thing I'm going to say is Amisha's a good player. I hope she, moves on to the next level. Only thing I would love to see from her, if she had a little bit more intensity in her game, because naturally, I think she's more talented than a lot of, women in her position.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, she's not as aggressive as she needs to be. They was kind of, stripping her a little bit too easily, or like,
she be a little bit too soft with the ball.
Right,
yeah,
right. I love her game, but she just needs a little bit more intensity, a little bit more aggressiveness, and I think if she had that, I think she would be a no doubt first round player.
Yeah.
I
think the only okay. I was gonna say I think the only hole in her game is that she could be more careful with the ball, but she need better footwork. Because some of those shots that she was trying to put up and the big girl from LSU was blocking, all she had to do was put some footwork on her. She could have got that shot off, So I just trying to go up and just shoot you could do that on the smaller opponents. You can't do that on those big tall girls. So, but that's something that she can work on when she gets with a coach that can really, really focus in and teach her how to, put a lot of footwork into her game. Like if you watch the NBA, like Anthony Davis, you see he's not as tall as a lot of the other centers and fours up in the league, but his footwork make him be able to score on anybody because he has nice footwork.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, I definitely agree with you on that, man. I co-sign, man. Like I said, if she works on those things, I think she'll be all right. Now, as far as Coach Reed, and then I'll get off.
Go ahead.
As far as Coach Reed, listen, they're going to have to give her the bag. I'm talking about Mr. Ford's on some Monday morning. Listen, tomorrow.
Tonight.
They need to be in the office like, what is it? First of all, they need to put a $5 million buyout on her contract. Like, listen, like, they need to make sure they lock the doors, lock the gates to Jackson, all of that. Because, she deserves it. Like, she's a phenomenal coach because when they was down, she called that tech, the way those players fought for her and fought back, that's nothing but love, Like, that shows how much love the players got for her.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure she told them stop counting on the refs because the refs ain't gonna give y'all nothing.
Facts.
Because some of those fouls that the refs called on them, some of those fouls that the refs called on them, I was like, how you even call that a foul when someone jumps into the player? Like I seen LSU actually jumping into they gave them some James Harden fouls. I'm telling you.
Oh no, you're right. But listen, man. This is a Power 5 at home.
Mm-hmm.
you that's just gonna happen sometimes. But overall, man, she does a phenomenal job. You know what I mean? Hey, just keep her as long as y'all can, man. Y'all just gonna have to put on layaway or something. But you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Definitely make sure you pay that woman. But hey, man, good show, man. Appreciate the call, dog.
All right, thank you.
All right.
And also, so JSU should have gotten a better seed to begin with. Yeah, they gave JSU 14 seed. JSU should have been at least a 12. They should have been at least a 12. But they did that because of the HBCU stigma. That's what they do. That's why I was hoping that JSU would have beat them just so they'll learn their lesson from doing that crap. And it almost happened. Yeah, the foul calls, man. I was just like, y'all not calling that. Y'all not giving JSU those calls though on the other end. LSU was all over them girls. But as soon as Jackson State standing straight up, the girls jumping into them, they calling foul. Somebody said she can go. She didn't complete the damn job. What you talking about? She did complete the job. She won the SWAC. She won her conference. She won the championship, so she did complete her job. This tournament is icing on the cake. And they perform well. And you see the love that LSU coach gave her. They had a long talk. I'm pretty sure LSU coach was telling her everything about the team, telling her how she respect the team and everything. I want to go watch her press conference too, with her post game conference. What do you think are ways HBCUs can get more people to our basketball games? You got to have great players, and once you start winning, people will start coming out. So like next year, people are gonna come watch Jackson State girls play next year. There's gonna be more people at the game next year because of this. Give me 1 second. I got another call coming in, y'all. What's going on, caller? You live?
Richardson.
What you say?
Richardson. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great, man. Look, let me explain something to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if the ref would have called both ways, it might would have came out a different game. But the ref just took over this game, and Coach Reed outcoached Kim today. But like I said, at the end of the day, they played a great game. But I just wish that it came out the way Jackson State wanted. But like I said, one play that I really hated, it was 3 minutes and 48 seconds left, and they let the ball roll all the way to half court. The play was set up. And when the girl picked the ball up, that was 2 points. They did that twice. And that would really turn the game around. And then, like you said, when the referee just sit there with Tamika Williams-Holiday just had a hand up, and they called a foul, it was just one way to game.
Yeah.
And I think that Tamika Reed, she going to get paid. She going to get paid. And I thank you for answering my call.
I appreciate the call. Yeah, but I got to give some props to LSU point guard. Pointer. That shot she hit, that 3-pointer, that was a dagger. That right there won them the game. If she would have missed that shot, Jackson State would have won the game. I'm confident Jackson State would have won the game if she would have missed that shot. Apologies, I have standards. I leave no need for another banishment. I did lose $20 betting and never cash out on FanDuel. How much did you bet? What are you talking about, man? Cherry, oh yeah, Cherry was balling too. She was balling too. And one thing about it, they kept leaving her open. I was like, why are y'all leaving her open? Like, that was crazy to me. But she was balling, but she tapered off in the second half, so that's why JSU was able to storm back. We should not have given her all the room on that three. Yeah. Yeah, post the press conference, it was dope. She touched on a lot of things, including the officiating. Proud of JSU women's basketball team. Hold your heads. Yeah. Man, they did great, man. I'm really proud of those women, man. They did a great job. We lost the game because of missed free throws. That had a lot to do with it. But LSU had some good 3-point shooters, so we can't say if they would have hit those free throws, they would have won. But I knew Jackson State had a good opportunity to win this game when I think it's number 25 for LSU. She wasn't on her game today. I was like, yeah, they can beat, because if she was on, it would have been really hard. So she was missing shots. Now, she was hitting her free throws, but she was missing shots. Refs didn't sway the game. I mean, it's an argument there that, all I can say about the refs, they weren't giving Jackson State the calls they were getting LSU. That's all I'm saying. It seemed like when LSU when it looked like it could be contact there, they gave the call to LSU. But on the other end, they were all over Jackson State playing heavy defense on them, and Jackson State wasn't really getting any calls. LSU sent it 7-9 and got every call that didn't exist. Yeah. But she played well too, man. She was on. Their whole game plan was to take Amisha out the game. They was like, we're going to double her. We're not going to let her get no shots off. So they was on her the whole game. If they would have had, like I said, if Jackson State would have had another big to take some pressure off of Amisha, she would have been able to really get off. But we can't complain about refs. When you go into an environment like that, you playing LSU at home, you have to understand those refs, they're gonna get them some home cooking. So, but still, man, JSU fought back. They almost pulled it off. It was a great game. I wish they would have won, though. It would have really been lit tonight if they would have won. They should have had her step out on face up. They should have been trying to get the big girl in foul trouble, though. That's why I didn't understand. Like, try to get her big self in foul trouble, because if LSU didn't have that center, JSU would have won this game easily. They didn't expect to get calls, but even with that, the refs were terrible. Also, it was another girl on LSU with all the hair. She had the big natural ponytail. She was really tall too, so when she was on the court, she kind of made it hard too. Even though we didn't win, I think JSU proved a huge point. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure JSU got everybody respect for this game. I haven't really been on the internet to see what people are saying yet, but I will when I get done with the show to see what people are saying online about the game. Yeah, can't complain about the refs. Refs always generally go for the home team. Yep. That's why they should have faced up instead of going at her from the post area. This game would be a huge recruiting tool. Yep. I'm pretty sure a lot of people watch this game was like, cause think about it, man. You go to a HBCU, you're gonna get the HBCU experience, and if you can go somewhere and play good basketball and get seen on TV and get to the tournament and win championships, why wouldn't people want to do that? So they definitely gonna be coming out to Coach Reed. They ain't gonna want her to be changing the game like that. They should have made the center move around. Yep, get her tired. That's all they had to do. Wear her out. JSU Coach Reed Sweet 16 or Elite 8 next year. But you know what? They're not gonna seed. They're not gonna seed JSU like they did this year. And if they did, JSU should at least get a 13 seed or 12 seed next year. They should definitely be on up there because they should have been like a 12 seed this year. Making them a 14 seed was really disrespect. JSU center only had one move in the paint. Yeah, she need a couple of more go-to moves. Yo, at Swagwell, are we getting Bronny? Because I see Mo is hitting the recruiting hard. Hey, I wouldn't be shocked if Mo Williams going at Bronny. But, you know, Bronny is not going to be out of high school until next year. Now, he could reclassify and go and graduate this year, though. And some people are speculating that he might do that and try to finish school this summer and then enroll in college in the fall so he could be ready for the draft so he could play with LeBron. Because, you know, LeBron getting older. So, and, you know, LeBron wants to play with his son. So he probably try to get him out of high school and into the draft as quick as possible. It would help with recruiting, but improving the facilities would help too. Yeah, they already doing that. They got the new locker rooms coming. If you watch my video that I did on Bronny, I kind of posted pictures of the new locker rooms they got going. So they're doing it. Is JSU center a senior? Yeah, Samisha, she's a senior. She's about to leave. She's a great player though. I like her game. So how about the tunning call? I mean, you gotta be disciplined. That's just, you know, you can't do that. When you're in a hostile environment like that, you can't give away points. So, you know, but you know, I know Woodard, she was emotional at that point, you know, she was emotional, but you can't do that. LeBron should just return until Bronny comes. Then we can compare how he and MJ play after retirement. Man, no, LeBron ain't retiring no time soon. Too bad Amisha can't be a grad student. She might not have any more eligibility, though. I didn't see anything wrong with it. She going to the lead, though. And, you know, she has a child, so, you know, of course, you know, she probably want to get that professional money so she could take care of her family. JSU made more money doing football without playing money games. Right. Woodard was not alone with the tunning. LSU did it too, but they didn't call it. Right. The phone lines are still open. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so y'all know when I drop videos. Phone lines are open, 657-390-4814. Appreciate y'all tuning in. She got to work on her post moves before the draft. Yeah, I think that's probably her only weakness is her post moves, but she can learn that. They should have called some texts on LSU. They were very aggressive with the refs. But, that's just how it is, man. They're going to get that home cooking. They hosting the tournament. They're hosting their region at their home school. So, they want to keep LSU in the tournament. Yeah, she has good hands. Sam Smith said she has really good hands. Yep. Only thing is, I didn't like that she let people swipe the ball away and stuff like that. She can get better with that. But yeah, like when you throw it into her, she can catch it. She can catch it anywhere, and pretty much she can shoot anywhere from mid range. I didn't really see her shoot any threes, so I don't know if that's in her game. But she definitely got mid range, and she definitely got a post game. But she just have to get her footwork better, and she'll be a hell of a player in the league. No HBCUs left now. Yeah, no HBCUs left. Maybe LSU football can get revenge against LSU for football.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
I don't know about LSU beating. I don't know about LSU beating LSU. I don't know about that. But if they did, that'll be a great thing. But I don't know. Great F for Lady Tigers. If Woody get post moves, she would be hard to stop. Yeah, man, she's very athletic. She can dunk. And she's very athletic. Yeah, they need to keep her. Is it Texas Southern still in for the men? No, they lost. Yeah, they lost too. I think Texas Southern lost. I know Norfolk lost. JSU would be adding more height next season. Yeah, that's what they got to do. Yeah, Texas Southern got smoked. Man, props to Texas Southern though, man. They had a good season. They supposed to be getting Shaq's son, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think Texas Southern supposed to get Shaq's son. Yeah, I know Mikey Williams was flirting about going to Texas Southern. He made some comments saying that he might go to Texas Southern. Nobody even talked about Texas Southern. It's sad, man. I thought Shaq's son was at LSU. No, his youngest son, his youngest boy is going to Texas Southern, where he's committed to Texas Southern. I don't know who this naked HD, man. Find you something to do. Somebody clap him. He done made another account. Damn, you really ain't got no life. You go make another account so you can troll. I tell you, man, people are weird. Some people are weird, man. Well, when you get trolls, you doing something, boy. Yeah, he has his youngest boy is about to go to college this year. That post-game interview with Coach Reed was some of the greatest stuff you will hear. Now the oldest boy, he's all right. I don't know. He has to get better though. Like he's not one of those guys that can just take over a game and really score. He's like a role player, so I could see him going to the NBA, but as a role player, he hasn't really done much in college. I don't think he even plays at LSU, to be honest. He's on the bench for real. But see, that's the thing. about, going to those Power 5 schools, they over-recruit. Sometimes they over-recruit. They recruit a lot of players, and these kids aren't able to see much time. So that's why HBCUs need to really take advantage of that. They need to really take advantage of these Power 5 schools, not playing these players. You got 5-star players on the bench. They could be over at at a HBCU and get hella playing time. That Versace dress was a good move, though. Y'all sleeping on how she sold herself smart. but after surgery, he hasn't been the same. Texas Southern men and JSU women would dominate basketball for the rest of this decade. I was talking about Sharif O'Neal, Sonny Boom. I said if he did make it to like the NBA, he probably would be like a role player. I don't see him being a star. And he's probably gonna go to the G League for a little while too. Anyway, keep Texas Southern out your mouth. We lost, but we're good. Kentucky players need to transfer to JSU. Yeah, I never get it. I never understood, like, I'm a 5-star player. I'm finna go here and sit on the bench for 2-3 years. Nah, I'm gonna go to a HBCU and I'm gonna cook. And then, if I want to move on to a Power 5 in my junior or senior year, then I'll do that. But I don't see how these players just sit on the bench their freshman and sophomore year. I wouldn't be doing that. Those days are over with. Because you got too much social media and everything like that going on now for players to really market themselves. So you can market yourself anywhere. Who you got winning the men's basketball and women's basketball tournament? I think South Carolina's going to win the women's basketball tournament. I think South Carolina's going to win. I think Gonzaga. Did Gonzaga win? I think Gonzaga might win. I would never leave HBCU to go to a Power 5. If Bronny James come to JSU, then we would have Drake and Dwayne Wade at our games. Oh, yeah. I mean, we going to have celebrities at our games anyway. Gonzaga game just started. Yeah, I can see Gonzaga winning again. They're a very good team. But, yeah, I don't think nobody's going to stop South Carolina girls. I think they just got too much. Like, those girls are bad. There's not a need for a player to go to PW. 5 folks from HBCU can go pro. Yeah, because you playing everybody. Like, when it comes to basketball, I never understood going to a Power 5. Like, I never really understood that for basketball. Now, in football, I can kind of understand because, you probably want to be on TV and stuff like that. And in the past, like a lot of the, mid-major schools or the FCS schools haven't been really able to be put on TV like that. So I can understand that. But basketball, you're going to play all the Power 5 schools. Before you get into your regular conference play, you're going to be playing Power 5 schools. So you're going to be on TV. And then you have the opportunity to go to a tournament and play everybody and be on TV. So you don't really need to go to a Power 5 school to get your name out there. Not in basketball. Those South Carolina girls built different. Oh, yeah. I don't understand for football, Jerry Rice, Steve McNair. I mean, yeah, it's changing. We get in football better to where, players will want to come to LCS schools now that we have social media and NIL and stuff like that. But basketball, man, you can break it anywhere. I just want five top 100 players to go to a HBCU school, pile up at a HBCU school, and take them far into the tournament. That would be so dope. Yeah. Howard just ran into a buzzsaw. That's all that was. Howard, because I think South Carolina had just lost. They had been great all season, and then they lost the SEC championship game, and so they was already pissed off. And Howard ran into that, so that's what it was. We got to change that mentality. We can make it with any sport. That's true. For the right check, you'll sit and wait. Bishop. Yeah, that's what they be doing. They sure be paying them. I done seen it. Let me tell y'all something. I done seen it. They make sure your mama straight. They give you a car. They this is all before NIL. They give you a car and everything. Give you a place to stay. They know how to get those players to their school. This naked HD guy's back again. Golly. So you just making new accounts. It's probably a bot. Somebody delete the bot out of here. Good work, my brother. These YouTube trolls spamming. Yeah, it's probably a bot. It was good to see all the HBCU media sites and YouTube channel root for JSU and come together. Yeah, it was dope. If y'all want to call in, phone number 657-390-4814. Call lines are still open. Living in condos and ain't paid a dime. Man, I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but I remember somebody I knew. I'm gonna say the school name. I remember somebody I knew. They was playing at Mississippi State. Well, somebody I knew cousin was playing at Mississippi State, and I went up there to hang out. Well, should I even say that? I don't know. Well, anyway, I went up there. Well, this years ago, so it was years ago. But anyway, I went up there to hang out with them, and these boys riding excursions. They got houses. I'm like, golly, like they balling. So yeah, they definitely take care of their players. That's how they get them players to come there. So this is way before NIL. No, I mean that's so old though. Ain't really nothing they can do about that. Everybody know how those SEC teams be getting down, man. They been paying folks. Y'all know that. Y'all know these players coming from, they coming from the areas that they come from, and then they spend 1 year at a SEC school and they driving SUVs and all this other kind of stuff. Y'all know what's going on. I'm from Tuscaloosa. I've seen some things. Yeah. And then Nick Saban got the nerve to talk about they don't pay nobody. Whatever. I'm late, but great game to JSU women basketball. One hell of a season to win 21 straight games and lose a game by 5. They already made history by getting the blue and white game on ESPNU. The announcement was history as for the ratings. We should see how ratings during the fall. If you from Tuscaloosa, you definitely know. Cause see, let me tell y'all what they do. So instead of saying, like, cause Nick Saban can come out and say we don't pay players, but what they do is, okay, I got an alum that owns a car dealership. We're gonna gift you a car. So they not giving cash payments, but they paying in another way. That's how they do it. That's how they get around it. Yeah, that's what they do. Oh, I'm an alum. I own a car dealership. I'm gonna give you this car. I'm an alum. I own this property. I own this property over here. I got condos over here. Okay, you ain't got to worry about don't stand in the dorms. You can stay in my condo. You know, that's the type of stuff they do. And nothing is on record from the school, right? Player paying getting state jobs. Oh yeah. Grandma washing dryer broke. They finna send a delivery truck to her. Right. Yeah, they slick with it, man. They know how to get around it. And so it's funny to me when I see coaches like Dabo Swinney, Nick Saban, all these coaches doing all this talking about, we're not paying players and NIL is gonna mess up the game and all this other kind of stuff. No, you just mad because these small schools are about to be on the same level as y'all now. Y'all had a leg up for all this time. Now you have to actually, you got these smaller schools actually able to compete with y'all monetary wise. And then they really try to brainwash those players to want to stay at the school and sit on the bench. It's crazy to me. Like when I be watching like Alabama, I be on it, in their chat boards and just watching the fans on the internet, how they talk about players that leave. Like when a player leaves their program, they talk noise about them. Like, oh, these kids don't want to stay and stick it out and stuff like that. Who wants to stay and stick it out and sit on the bench for multiple years when I can go somewhere and play and show my talent? I just think JSU performance tonight helped the world see that we can compete with the best. Right. Man, they just need to pay Coach Reed, man. They need to give her whatever she want. Whatever she want, pay her. She is awesome for Jackson State. They need to keep her. Like, she has a swag. She has a personality, man. They can do a lot with her. They can really market her. She needs to be the face of the basketball. Think about this. You got her, and she's not even a celebrity, but she's just as marketable as Mo Williams and well, I ain't gonna say Coach Prime, but she could be that marketable like them because of her personality and the way she looks. That's not happening at HBCU because when they come, everybody going down with the ship. They third string be 4 stars. Yeah. You got 5 stars on the bench. Third string. Man, there's no way I would be third string. I'm a 5-star player. I'd be third string at a Power 5 school. Forget that. I'm leaving. Ain't no way. They took a page out of Prime book, gotta market yourself. Yeah, and that's the benefit. That's the benefit of having someone like Coach Prime, at a HBCU. Cause he knows business. He knows, he's used to doing those multi-million-dollar deals and stuff like that. Like when it comes to the Southern Heritage Classic game, you got somebody that know money, that know marketing now. You got somebody that can look at something and say, "Hey, man, this ain't right. This not any money." And then you got this dude. He's trying to sue. He's trying to sue the SWAC because they don't want to get robbed anymore. That's crazy. Recruits gonna be calling JSU. The Saints running back was 5th on the depth chart at Alabama. Right. Yeah, he had to leave. Because a lot of people don't know that he played at Alabama. And he ended up leaving. because he wasn't, he had all those guys in front of him. And that's why it's so hard for HBCUs and other FCS schools to beat those Power 5 schools because of the depth. They can sub a 5-star in for a 5-star, So that's what Coach Prime is trying to do. He's trying to be able to get a lot of depth. He want to be able to sub a great player in for another great player. That's crazy. We need a promoter anyway. We are the promo, right? Need no promoter. He hustling. Been hustling for years. Tennessee State can stay where they at. They the Karens of the swag. Y'all are funny, man. Phone lines are open if y'all want to call in, 657-390-4814. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Yeah, no HBCU should ever touch him again. I don't understand why a promoter was needed anyway, unless you just had people running the schools that didn't feel comfortable, getting all that stuff together to, I guess, getting the venue and security and all that kind of stuff can be a lot. So a lot of schools probably wanted the promoter to do that end of it, But, man, we can do it ourselves. We don't need them. Joe Burrow was at the game. JSU women losing just 2 seniors, plus has more coming. Yeah, Coach Prime's daughter, she's coming. She's a nice little guard that can shoot. Promoters are needed because with all the talking we do, the schools don't really want to do all that work. It could be some truth to that. But yeah, man, what Coach Reed needs to do, all she needs to do is just focus on getting some bigger, taller bigs. And she already had guards coming in. She's gonna have a hell of a team next year. So she's right there. She is right there. And what she's doing is she's building her team like a Power 5. She's building her team to compete with the LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. She's not building her team to compete with the SWAC. We're not about to promote games and secure venues. The SWAC office out there trying to find free stadiums. I think Commissioner McClellan, he's just trying to find good deals, that benefit the conference and the schools. Because I know the stadium in Birmingham, they're going to take care of everything. Well, they're going to take care of, they won't have to pay. They won't have to pay to play at this stadium, from what I heard. Being a promoter is not easy. You have to carry all the risk with everything to lose. We got another call coming in, y'all. All right, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, Clarence from New Jersey, Jackson State graduate, man. I'm so proud of them young ladies. They're going to knock the door down next year.
Oh, yeah.
Watch and see. They're going to knock it down next year. That's just they watch and see Coach Reed's going to have them girls. They got all them girls coming back. They're going to knock it down next year, man.
Yeah.
LSU just got off the hook a little bit. That's all, man.
Yeah. What you think? What do you think? Jackson State did wrong tonight?
That didn't send that 3-point line. They gave up that was the killing point.
Mm-hmm.
The two guards went over there, and that girl came across. She got wide open.
Yeah.
And somebody should have been trailing her.
Well, see, I think what it was, she hadn't been really shooting at three like that. She had been driving the whole game, so they probably thought she wasn't gonna try to shoot it like that at that point. But she did, and she hit it.
Yeah, but Jackson State, they putting the SEC on notice.
Yeah.
You know, she's in the Power 5 team.
Yeah, that's
do
what
you believe that?
Yeah, that's what she need to do. You know,
Yeah.
I just hope they don't come out there and try to, steal her away.
they got to pay her, man.
Yeah.
You know, she a Merle guy, man. It's like the Merle connection or something. You know, I went to Linear High School, man. The Merle connection. I said, oh my God, they got everything from Merle.
Yep. Yeah, she's a hometown girl. Like, they need to keep her. They need to keep her.
They got to pay her, man. And somebody gonna come calling.
Yeah, I wonder what the other SWAC coaches in the SWAC think. Like, I know they like, well, shoot, we know we ain't gonna beat them next year, cause this team is just gonna get better. Like, they already ran through the SWAC, and then
did you know they got that girl from California coming there? Another big.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. So it's only gonna get better, man. You got all them other girls coming back, plus some freshmen coming there. Dion's daughter's coming in, and she can shoot the basketball.
Yep.
And it's just like they say, you just say come back next year. I'll tell you what, Jackson State gonna go further in that tournament next year.
Yeah, I believe the same thing. I appreciate the call.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
JSU will not be denied next year. Right, KJ. JSU lost because they were spending before cashing the check, period. Swag love. That's not going to happen because not as many alumni and fans dislike this game as much as people think. They glad we lost. They would never heard the end of it. Oh, yeah. Man, can you imagine if Jackson State won this game? That was going to be history. They were going to be in the history books. Free throws and spacing killed them. Yeah. They shouldn't have let LSU guards. They were just doing whatever they wanted to do. They were driving in. But Jackson State did do a good job of staying in front of them. But Pointer, she's a nice guard. The guard from LSU, she had 26, I think. I think she had like 26 points. She was killing. And I can't even hate that center for LSU. She's nice. Because she got very good touch around the rim. And she was D'ing Amisha up the whole game, too. I really wanted us to win. I really wanted this win. You say swag love, but I don't buy it. Y'all arguing in the chat. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We had a lovely show tonight. We've been on for what, an hour and a half? Almost. But yeah, man. Ohio finna smoke LSU. Yeah, I think they're gonna lose their next game. Cause man, they fought so hard this game. That's gonna take a lot out of you. I don't see LSU being able to continue their level of play next game against Ohio State. The LSU center feet was slow though. Hey, but when she took her shot, she was able to hit them. She did her job. Her job was to, protect the rim, play defense, and when the ball come off the rim, get easy putbacks. That was pretty much her job. She did her job. My money and heart says otherwise. Yep, Ohio gonna watch film and tighten down on them. And I'm pretty sure Ohio State got some bigs, so they're not gonna be able to LSU, they're not gonna be able to just be in the paint like that. They're not gonna dominate the paint. Why would I want LSU to win? I think JSU being in the lead against LSU had college sports shook. Man, yeah. When they went up 10, I was still worried. I was like, man, they up 10. And then when Amisha went out, when she got in foul trouble, I knew that JSU was in trouble then. Because they were so focused on Amisha when she was on the court that it was freeing up space for the other people to get off. But I love Amisha Game though. She's a very great player. She definitely should go to the WNBA. But all right, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut the show down tonight. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We just talking basketball tonight. Shout out to Jackson State girls, man. They did well. The women's basketball team, they played very well. They put the world on notice that the SWAC is here. Don't sleep on the SWAC. Don't sleep on HBCUs because we coming up. So shout out to Jackson State for that. Pay Coach Reed. Give her money. Give her whatever she want. Ticket sales, endorsements, whatever she want. Give it to her. Because we need her to stay at a HBCU. Because what she's building at Jackson State is something incredible. Never before seen. You know, she's going to make history. So they definitely need to do all they can to keep her in the fold because Coach Reed is the truth. Lawrence said Alabama State winning the SWAC next season.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
No, Lawrence, that ain't happening. Memphis and Gonzaga, good game, y'all. No, Lawrence. I know you love your Alabama State, but no, I think you tripping on that one. I think you tripping on that one.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
We don't have a season to boycott. I don't think the majority of the line I agree with back in watching the game now. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm gone.